Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about why Carson Edwards is the next great Celtic. And we are going to go year by year from 2015 in high school to in the middle of the, well, not the middle of the NBA season, but what his stats currently are in the NBA. So let's go. 2015, Carson Edwards is a 4-star recruit out of Humboldt, Texas. In January 14th of 2015, Carson Edwards unofficially visits Baylor University. And then, in April 27th of 2015, Vanderbilt University offers Carson Edwards a scholarship. And then, in June 29th of 2015, Carson Edwards visits Purdue University. And then, on August 11th of 2015, it's Carson Edwards' big decision of who he's going to commit to. He has offers from Virginia Tech, Vanderbilt, Tulsa, SMU, St. Louis, Houston, Baylor University, and Purdue University. And he decides to commit to Purdue University. And he signs his letter of intent on December 2nd of 2015. 2016, freshman year for Carson Edwards, red shirts. In 2017, with averages of 10.3 points per game, 1.8 assists per game, and 2.6 points per game, rebounds per game, on 23.2 minutes per game and 35 games played. Carson Edwards is doing pretty solid for Purdue for being just a junior. Also, I almost forgot to mention how he was pretty efficient, averaging 38% from field goal and 34% from. For some perspective, Curry averaged 40% from three-pointer. And again, Carson averaged 34%, and Curry averaged 40%. That's pretty good. Also, I forgot that Carson Edwards only played 3 years of college, so that was actually his freshman year. Sorry, that was my mistake. In 2018, Carson Edwards is averaging 18.5 points per game, 2.8 assists per game, and 3.8 rebounds per game, with 37 games played and 29 minutes per game, with 45% from field goal and 40% from three. Curry averaged 43% from three. And the reason I'm comparing Carson Edwards to Curry is one of the things Carson Edwards is good at is shooting and scoring the basketball. So I'm comparing him to one of the greatest scoring college players of all time, Steph Curry. So on to the next year of college. In 2019, Carson Edwards already in the last season showing that he could be the Purdue great, averages 24.3 points per game, 2.9 assists per game, and 3.6 rebounds per game, with 39% from field goal and 35% from three. And I know you're going to say those are all-time low shooting numbers, but he had all-time high attempts per game. So with more attempts comes more misses. So therefore your average might lower a little bit. Curry, in that same season, averaged 38% from three, and he was also averaging all-time high three-point attempts. So as you can see, with more attempts comes more misses, even for the greatest of shooters. And let's just check out Romeo Langford's college stats. The guy picked ahead of Carson Edwards. Playing one season in college, averaging 16.5 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, and 5.4 total rebounds a game. Also, at 6'6", he should be averaging a lot more rebounds than Carson Edwards. But Carson is averaging 3.6 rebounds per game at 5'11". And he's shooting in this season, an abysmal 27% from three. And pretty good 44% from field goal. And also, with 32 games played and 34 minutes per game, that's still less than Carson, so. And also he had less three-point attempts and a little bit more field goal attempts. So how he averaged less percent from three and also averages worse stats with more minutes per game than Carson for most of his college career. I have no idea how or why the front office of Boston decided to take this guy with their first-round pick. I mean, Romeo Langford's a good role player, but he's not going to be an all-star. Carson Edwards is going to be an all-star. This season is the same season that in the March Madness game, he dropped back-to-back 30-point games. Back-to-back. Let's go on to him being drafted and his crazy summer league stats and stuff. And before you say it's just summer league, Romeo Langford averaged worse. I need to stop. I'm sick. Oh wait, never mind. I just now realized Romeo Langford didn't play in the summer league because he was injured. Sorry for that little slip up there. But Romeo Langford probably would have averaged worse. Well, I can't find Carson Edwards' exact summer league stats, but I can find his preseason stats. His game log. Actually, no, never mind. His game log. He got a 30-point game in his last preseason game. And the games before that were 11, 9, and 11 points. He somehow got 2 blocks in his first game and last game. I don't know how. 3-point percentage in the 30-point game was 60. He was 9 of 15 from 3-point. Field goal percentage in that 30-point game was 62. And then the games before it was 66, 33, and 44. And the games before his in 3-point, 33, 14, that was his 9-point game. That just wasn't his game, and 50. And he played 21, 16, 18, and 18 minutes. I'm going from his last game to his first game in the preseason. And his high, let's see, what is his high for points in, so far it's 8. 8. I'll look at that game. 18. Okay, so his high is 18 points. And in that game, he shot 80% from 3, 4 of 5, and 58 from field, 7 of 12. And he got 20 minutes. Do you see what happens when you give Carson Edwards big minutes in an NBA game? I know I've had this thing all organized, and I had it year by year. I'm just going off of looking up stuff on Google right now. You know, screw the little freaking paper that I have up here. He freaking, oh my gosh. He went from getting back-to-back 30-point games in college, and people being like, oh, he's not going to do that good in summer league. Goes summer league, freaking 30-point game in summer league. Goes preseason, 30-point game in preseason. Goes in a actual NBA game and gets 18 points off of 20 minutes and pretty high efficiency. And for whatever reason, they sent him down to the G League. Like, I get he's inconsistent. Like, on some nights, he's doing good. But on other nights, he's not. But if you look at the minutes on those nights, he's getting low minutes. Like, his minutes are inconsistent. How many minutes he's getting is inconsistent. And it's hard to get a good thing going on very inconsistent minutes. It's hard to get in a rhythm when you don't know what your minutes are going to be. For example, okay. So, wait, did he play? He played yesterday. He got 8 points. March 3rd. And he got 17 minutes. But he got 3 points, 3 minutes, and only got 2 points. He goes from 12 minutes to 6 minutes, and then 3 minutes. Or 18 minutes to 10 to 8. 20 to 13 to 15 to 11 to 7 to 13 to 7, and then 14. Do you see how inconsistent these minutes are? It's hard to get a good thing going when you have inconsistent minutes. It's the reason Victor Oladipo was struggling when he was on his minutes limitation, because they were taking him in and out and in and out, and it's hard to get something going when you're constantly on the court and then off the court. Your body doesn't, get into a rhythm. So, right now he's averaging 3 points per game, 1.2 rebounds a game, 0.6 assists per game, and 0.6 assists per game. Let's see what his percentages are. I'm on ESPN right now. Regular season averages. Okay, let's see here. 30% from 3 and 32% from field goal. Getting 9 minutes a game on average with 35 games played. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see what Romeo Langford's stats are. Let's see here. Romeo Langford. And I get he's coming off of an injury, but you're still the 14th pick in the first round. You shouldn't be worse than a second rounder. Right? 2.7 points per game, 1 rebound a game, and 0.2 assists per game. Let's see what his, he's getting 10 minutes a game. He's started more games than Carson Edwards. Sure, it's 1 minute more than Carson, and he's got less games played, so you think he's got more minutes and less games played. So you think his averages would be high, right? No. Let's see what, what's his highest points scored? Right now I got 16. 16 is his high. In the preseason, 0 and 2. 0 points in his last game, 2 points in his first game. And his minutes they're inconsistent, but also in 20-minute game and 20-minute games and 23-minute games, he got 2 points and 8 points. And in the 23-minute game, he was 66% from 3 and 50 from field goal. That's a pretty solid game. And then his 20-minute game, he was 25% from 3 and 0% from 3-point. 0 of 3 from 3 and 1 of 4 from field goal. And this guy is supposed to be the next all-star for the Celtics. This guy's supposedly better than Carson Edwards. That's what my IU friend tells me. He says Romeo Langford's better than Carson Edwards. Yeah, but men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And right now the numbers are telling me he's trash. And Carson Edwards would beat him any day. Carson Edwards should have been freaking top 10 pick. Carson Edwards should be getting consistent minutes on a good NBA team. Or at least on an NBA team, contributing to an NBA team. It's so dumb. Carson Edwards, when given the right minutes, when given consistent minutes, and when given the right team, which right now he's got a pretty good team around him, but he just needs the right minutes, he needs the right playing time, and he just needs the right minutes. When given the right minutes, he will destroy your team. He will disassemble your team by shooting threes, by drawing fouls, and by shooting mid-rangers and driving to the basket. He is a scorer. I can't believe Romeo Langford's getting 10 minutes a game. Unbelievable. This is why Carson Edwards is going to be the next great Celtic. And I swear, if he gets screwed over, I am going to freaking go to Brad Stevens' office and tell him to give him more freaking minutes on the court. This is idiotic. See you guys in the next video. Carson Edwards, if you see this, I've watched you since your first year in Purdue, and I've believed in you, and I hope you do good, and I hope you become an all-star. I don't care what anybody says about you. All those IU fans are just salty that they've been beaten, that they haven't won a game since 2015 against Purdue.